of the pleasures of a new Pixar feature is the chance to be amazed by what animation can do. Sometimes you witness a big, bold breakthrough, like the computer-assisted rendering of fur in Monsters, Inc., of water in Finding Nemo, or of metal in Cars. Quote, "The innovations in Coco are no less satisfying for being of a more subtle kind. The grain of leather and the rusted folds of corrugated metal have a rough, almost tactile quality. Human bones, hairless dogs and orange flower petals look uncannily, but not too uncannily real. There are moments of cinematic rigor when the animators mimic the movements and focal effects of an old-fashioned camera in actual physical space that will warm many film geeks' heart. Not to mention the Frida Kahlo-inspired musical number with dancing papaya seeds. Coco is also one of those Pixar movies that attempt at a conceptual breakthrough, an application of the bright colors and open emotionalism of modern, mainstream animation to an unlikely zone of experience. From the very start, the studio has explored the inner lives of inanimate objects like lamps and toys with a tenderness we now take for granted. It has also summoned the post-human future, WALL-E, and the human unconscious, Inside Out, with breathtaking ingenuity. And now it has set out to make a family-friendly cartoon about death. Don't let that scare you or your children away. There's a murder, revealed in the third act, and a fatal church bell-related accident, witnessed in the first. But the afterlife in Coco is a warm and hectic place, more comical than creepy. The story takes place during the Day of the Dead, when, according to Mexican tradition, at least as interpreted by Leoncric and Adrian Molina, who directed the screenplay written by Mr. Molina and Matthew Aldrich, the border controls between life and death relax and the departed are allowed temporary passage to the land of the living. A young boy named Miguel, voiced by Anthony Gonzalez, makes the trip in reverse, which is not to say that he dies, but rather that his living self, through one of several metaphysical loopholes that the movie explains as it goes along, is transported into a fantastical world of specters and skeletons, who hold fabulous parties and raucous outdoor concerts. Nearly as enchanting as that magical realm is the Mexican village of Santa Cecilia, Miguel's hometown, where he is part of a prosperous clan of shoemakers. The cultural vibe of Coco is inclusive rather than exoticizing, preempting inevitable concerns about authenticity and appropriation with the mixture of charm and